Thank you all for being here today. Unfortunately, we are here under a crisis. We are here because we have a problem of knife crime. And our mayor, unfortunately, has done nothing to control the problem. It is out of control. And it saddens me how many lives have been lost, how many people have lost their children, which is unnecessary. So we are standing here today to send a message to Sadiq Khan that we will not accept this. He needs to resign. He has no leadership and he has done nothing to help the situation. Now, today, standing next to me is 1,100 knives, which has been collected from the Borough of Waltham Forest by a charity founded by Cortney Barrett called Binning Knives Saves Lives. Now, he is a community hero and he's took it upon himself with other members of the public to do something. And it has worked, because within the Borough of Waltham Forest, during their efforts, knife crime was reduced by up to 34%. And that is why we need to see charities like this across London. So today we will be delivering these knives to Sadiq Khan with a letter to let him know that this is not acceptable. I will now read a letter. Mayor Khan, I write to you under unfortunate circumstances. Our great city of London is under turmoil. You have failed not only London, but you have failed all Londoners under your poor leadership. Hundreds of families have lost loved ones due to knife crime. And under your continued failures, hundreds more will lose many more lives. You have failed to address the increases in crime in our city. You have cut much needed budgets for our Met Police, which has resulted in fewer police resources for London to protect us. You have let down our youth with no opportunities or a secure future, leaving them vulnerable to gang grooming. But above all, you have taken no accountability in your failed actions. London deserves better. We deserve a mayor that has leadership and cares for the people of London and not their own selfish career aspirations. I stand here today united with the families who have suffered greatly. They have lost loved ones to knife crime. We demand justice. We do not want to see other families suffer anymore. We demand your resignation for the failures to the people of London.
Yes.
It's time for change, and it's time for you to go. London deserves better.
100%. Be nice, stay calm. That's why we're trying to make it a better world.
Exactly.
For everyone.
Exactly.
Save London, get Khan out.
And that's why I am standing to be your next Mayor of London, because I want to represent the people of London. Now we have a few speakers today, and I would like to welcome Sue Hedges. She is the mother of Ricky Hayden. He died a hero and remains the brightest star in the sky. Sue, thank you for...
Hello, my name's Sue. This is my son, was my son, Ricky Hayden. Unfortunately, this is my son after he was stabbed, and that is the reason why. Now, I'm here today just to tell you a bit about my son. Kind, caring, considerate. He was loved by everybody. He wasn't in a gang. He wasn't in trouble with the police. He had 2 jobs and he was a model citizen. Now, all because people decided to carry knives, the cowards that carry knives use the knives on my son, okay? My son now is buried in Hainault Creme. I've lost my son, my daughter's lost her brother, and my son's lost her brother. I am sick to death of this country not helping us out. We get no airtime, okay? My son is now gone. Does anyone care? Does Mr. Khan care? No, he doesn't. He's too busy doing other things. We need him to resign. We need a mayor that's going to stick up for us, help us, and go through what we've been through. I have already said, the MPs in this country, if anyone, including Sadiq Khan, would like to step into my shoes just for a day, I welcome you. I challenge you. I go through every single day looking inside my daughter's eyes, looking at my son's eyes. As a mother, not being able to help them, okay? You nurture your child all through their lives. When their son gets stabbed to death on the streets of this country, you then can't help. I see the hurt in their eyes every single day, and it kills me. Who cares? Do these? No. These do? These do.
Sadiq Khan says that he supports the victims of knife.
Sadiq Khan does not support anything. I visited him 3 years ago in this building. He didn't come for the interview, but his sidekick, Sophie Linden, did. I had an interview for an hour in there. I'm still waiting for her response because she didn't like me saying that my son is just a number and a statistic. He's not Ricky Hayden, he's a statistic. And I am sick to death of getting promises from all these people and getting nothing.
So would we be right in saying that Sadiq Khan is ignoring?
He's ignoring everything. He's a chicken. Where is he now? Come and meet me. Come and step into my shoes for the day. No, you're busy doing other things. I am fed up with it. I'm fed up with the country as well. The justice system has let me down. Abolish the justice system. We need proper sentencing. We need this country to change. Do you know what? Otherwise there is not going to be a country left at all. All these people here today trying to help. Me, social media, TV, radio, give us some more airtime, please. We need to be heard. At this rate, there'll be no children left on the streets of London to actually do any work, to actually do anything. I am just fed up with the promises, no help from no one, especially from this Sadiq Khan behind. He needs to resign, he needs to give someone else a chance, and let's see if we can get us back on track. Because after what I've been through in the last 4 years, I've had no help at all, no support, no bereavement, nothing at all. I not only lost my son, I lost my home, and I lost my job. What help? Nothing at all. So for me, the justice system needs to change. We need to get down to basics. We need to educate these children as young as possible. We also then need to go to the justice system, abolish it. The Old Bailey needs to be knocked down, it's too old. I sat in there for 31 days watching the jury stab each other with the knife that killed my son. Now, if a mother had to go through sitting next to two people that were charged with his murder at the time and watching that, do you think that's fair? I've done so much in the last 4 years campaigning to be heard. Do you know what? And we hardly get the airtime ever. So I'm just going to finish by saying, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has supported, especially the people behind, especially our community of Mark Skate who was here. The journalist, Francesca, she is fantastic. She follows us absolutely everywhere. And also, I just want to say a few people's names that actually I do know that I've been lost from knife crime. We've got Dean Pascal Modeste, we've got Jodie Chesney, we've got Champion, we've got Sluey, and we've got Barty. So please, and my boy Ricky Hayden, I'm not going to say anything else, I just need something done, because you will hear, after 4 years, you will hear my voice again. You will hear me. And Sadiq Khan, resign and give someone else a chance, please.
Thank you so much, Sue. Next, I would like to invite another community hero who has fought endlessly to make change in our city. Ben Span, he's the director of Change Your Life, Put Your Knife Down.
Hi guys, my name's Ben, I'm the founder of Change Your Life, Put Down Your Knife. I'm stood here today along with the rest of you guys to tell Sadiq Khan enough is enough. We're sick of our younger generations being killed on a daily basis. We're standing here representing every mother, father, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, grandma and granddad to say enough is enough. We need to start toughening up we need to start toughening up our streets. We need to start educating our youth. That's really what I want to say. Yeah, thank you for coming.
We need to take the violence off the street as well,
yeah,
and the knives, because there's too much violence and too much bad things. You don't get the tip.
Thank you so much, Ben. Now, next I would like to invite someone who really took it upon himself to make change. Now, if this one charity can collect over 1,100 knives from one borough, can you imagine what we can achieve if we put a charity like Bidding Knives Saves Lives across the whole of London? We need community heroes like Cortney Barrett. He is the founder of this charity, but he does not get the support he deserves. His local council fails to support him, and when he goes to them, they won't give him any funding. They actually give him penalties for posters. So we need support from the councils and from the mayor's office. So without further ado, Cortney Barrett.
Hello everyone, thanks for coming today. It's a momentous occasion where we're going to try and change things in London, maybe in the country in the future, but at the moment I think we all agree that London is a really dangerous place. It's really worrying for all of us, especially parents. Even as an adult, you get scared walking down the street. Sadiq Khan has himself admitted that London is not safe for females. He's admitted that quite recently, so it begs the question, what's he been doing for the last 5 years if he knows that it's not safe for females? Why hasn't he done anything about it? He doesn't seem to do anything about any kind of violent crime or anything. There's just nothing. There's nothing. And you've heard for yourself, 4 years, 5 years, Ricky Hayden was murdered. You know, and his family's here telling you they get no support. She even came here and got ignored. You know, this is what's going on in our city. So what I wanted to do today, I wanted to join Farah London, who is representing us, the community. Farah London, if you vote for Farah London, you're voting for me, you're voting for yourselves, because we're the community of London, so she represents us Londoners. We want London run by the community with community-led policies. Instead of being run by politicians every year and destroyed every year. Year after year after year after year, for God knows how many years they've been destroying London, and all they ever do is bicker and argue amongst each other and blame each other. They don't do anything about the problems. Yeah, they just blame each other. Even today, I was on LBC radio this morning. A gentleman come on there from Labour. First thing he said, he's blaming the Tory government. You know, this is what they do. They blame each other. They don't do what needs to be done. They're just bickering at each other. So I suggest that London would be a much better place for everybody, and every Londoner would be better off if London was run by the community ourselves. So this is what we're doing. We're linking up with Farah London. She's representing us. As Bidding Knives Saves Lives, we still go around, and we're still going to go around and do what we can do to get as many knives off the streets, educate as many parents as possible, and make people aware of what's going on, and teach people to make themselves safer in today's society, because this is what's happening. We have to look after ourselves, we have to look after our children, and modern day parenting includes things that are really sad that you have to do nowadays, like checking your kids and checking your kids' bedrooms and reducing your knives in your house. Unfortunately, because of Sadiq Khan, Boris Johnson and all these other politicians that do nothing, this is what our city's come to. I think we all want to be happy again. We want to see less stabbings. We'll never get rid of stabbings altogether. That's never going to happen. But if we can reduce life crime by 34% in 6 months in one borough, I'm sure we could do that all over London if we had a bit of backing or somebody cared to do something about reducing life crime.
Funding as well.
We have never applied for funding. We would love to have funding, but we shouldn't have to beg and all that, you know.
No.
Somebody should be coming to us. If I was the Mayor of London and I saw a billion lives saves lives, I'd be phoning me straight away. You know, that's the kind of mayor we want. Someone who cares about the people and cares to do something about the people. Yeah, as you heard earlier, we've got Susan Hedges here. Come and explain to you guys that she's had no support. Yeah, that's Ricky Hayden's mum. Yeah, these are the high-profile cases that we all know about. Ricky Hayden, Joanne Chesney's here. Her beautiful daughter was murdered. She's not in a gang. You all know this. It could be any one of your kids. It could be any one of us. And one day it might just be one of us. You know, and unfortunately, for these families here, they already had their day, and now they're living a life of torment and a nightmare, and nobody's doing nothing.
James Archie, you can mention him. Tell him.
Oh, I do apologise, guys. We've got one of my team members here. His brother was murdered in 2001. Has he had any support? No, but he's out there supporting everyone else. The same with these lovely ladies. They're out there supporting everyone else. Even on Facebook today, one of these guys commented, "Oh, I can't wait to get there to go and support all the people." She's not even thinking about herself. This is how lovely these people are. She's not even thinking about her own part. She just don't want it to happen to anyone else. But nobody else in power cares. We're here today, and we're talking about Sadiq Khan. But it's not just Sadiq Khan. It's Boris Johnson. It's a whole lot of them. They do nothing. They don't care. They do nothing. All I'm saying, guys, this is our city. If you want our city to be great again, if you want London to be greater London again, we need to start voting for ourselves and stop voting for these politicians that are ruining and wrecking our city, you know.
They don't care.
Even down to the police, they're not allowed to have political opinions. They've asked these officers off duty, they'll say the same thing. They'll tell you that London is dangerous. They love what we do because we're helping them out. Sadiq Khan ain't helping them out. You know, if they were allowed to have a political opinion, they'll tell you, but they're not allowed to. But they do say privately in here, and it's a bit obvious, it's dangerous for them. These guys here, they're heroes. They're risking their lives every day because people like Sadiq Khan aren't helping them, even down to the police.
Cortney.
More police, less lives. That's what we need, Sadiq Khan. Not more LTNs and roadblocks. We've got more important things that come first. Safety first. This is London, and it don't matter where you are, safety comes first. We want to be safe on our streets. I want to be able to send my kids to school and know that they're safe. You know, I want my grandkids' future to be a safe one. Who's doing anything about it?
Cortney, what did they
Who's
say?
doing anything about it? Because all I see is the victims, Farah London, organisations like Billion Lives Saves Lives. There's nobody in power doing anything. They're not doing anything. They're just bickering amongst each other because they want their wages, their expenses and their careers. That's all they care about. They don't care about us people. We're all small little people to them. They don't care about us. It's about time we started uniting together and caring about ourselves. And we should run London ourselves as a community with community-led policies. Yes. Represented by Farah London, born in Croydon, a Londoner who loves London. I'm a Londoner who loves London. I'm born in Leighton. I've always lived in London, you know, and I'm disgusted at how it is now. And I feel so sad for our youths who've got to grow up in this society now. And if we can't make a difference today, this is the beginning of something. If we can't make a difference today, I don't know if a difference will ever be made. You know, the election's in a few days. Listen, I'm not stupid. Farah London, as lovely as she is, and as great as everything is in her policies and her manifesto, she's not going to win the election this year because there hasn't been enough time to let the whole of London know about her. But in 4 years' time, I'm hoping that the whole of London votes for Farah London and she'll be the mayor in 4 years' time. I tell you, because we've had enough. And then when 4 years' time comes, if we've got this idiot still in as mayor, in 4 years' time, I'm sure that it's already happened where a lot of Labour people haven't even got a party to go to at the moment because they're not happy with Labour. So all this political rubbish, people don't need to choose what party anymore. Vote for yourselves, vote for Farah London. Well, a vote for Farah is a vote for yourself. It's a vote for me, it's a vote for you, it's a vote for your child. Every community, every Londoner. We don't need politicians to ruin us anymore. Anyway, guys, thank you and stay safe.
Courtney, stay there. Sue, would you like to come with us to drop off a letter and a bin to City Hall to Sadiq Khan? Ready?
You reckon you're getting ignored again?
I'll be banging on that door.
Let's go. You want to bring the bin?
It seems like, as you all can see yourselves, Sadiq Khan's playing hard to get. He don't really want to know. He's not interested. We already know this. We knew this was going to happen, right? So anyway, we're going to have a little break now, and then give it 5 minutes. We've got the amazing Natural Right with us, and listen, I'm going to tell you guys, you ain't heard nothing like this. Listen, before I met this lady, if anyone mentioned poetry to me, I'm not interested. Don't make me fall asleep, but you're going to hear the most amazing poetry you've ever heard, I promise you. Yeah? Give it 5 minutes and Natural Right will be.
It's a state of emergency. Our youth are living in Purge City. The sirens won't stop. Mass losses from our crop. The streets are running red. Too many sons are dead. Taken by the force of a blade, or the heat of flying lead. Stealing mother's joy. She's lost her little boy. He's never coming back. She's trying to accept that fact. Where are you from, my G? This cold mentality. It's like your hearts are switched off. Conscience turned on mute. Can't hear it saying stop. He's just another youth. It's like your minds can't see. I'm hunting down another me. Your hearts can't be devoid of spirituality. You lost touch of your emotions and your sense of humanity. This is insanity. It's like you've logged into attack mode. Black Ops for postcode. You live in GTA each and every day. How did our seed become Assassin's Creed? The streets are filled with fright. Mass killings like Fortnite. You live on a battlefield where neither side will yield. Spitting, bagging, laughing when another son's been killed. Mama sitting in the shadow of a tomb, weeping, wailing for the fruits of her womb. You live life like it's a game, with no remorse or shame. You need to seek retrieval from this resident evil. Stop the violence, cruelty, and tension. You need bloodshed redemption. How come you're walking numb, with a knife or a gun? Perception so twisted, inflicting pain is fun. When did that dollar, that cake, become all you need to make? How did you become so filled with venom and with so much hate? When did making blood run turn into something to be sung? Death chants on YouTube, stoking up each feud. No value for life, but you worship to separate your moves? Where are you going wrong? Where has compassion gone? Who hardened up your heart so you're singing chef, chef and chop, chop in every trap and drill song? When did your brother's death start to feel like nothingness? And as the death statistics rise, have you hardened up your chest? Do tears fall less and less? Can you justify your mindset? Is there any reason left? When did you start seeing your affliction as your enemy? How long will this genocide continue in our community? I said we're living in a state of emergency. We need a remedy. Thank you.
Before we finish, I would like us all to hold a minute's silence. A minute's silence for all of the victims who have died because of knife crime.
well done, guys. Do you know what? That minute silence was quite depressing for myself, because I sit there, I'm standing there thinking about all the videos and the people and the parents and the victims. You know, it's a lot. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, somebody said to me how emotional it is when they saw a story concerning the victim of knife crime. Because of what I do, we get all the stories every day, and it really is a lot to take in, and I feel the pain of all the victims.